Hi everyone, welcome back to the Investors Podcast by Africa Prudential Plc. I remain your host, Gift Esinolo. So today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. This topic has a lot to do with businesses, companies, and every other scaling enterprise, and that is KYC. So with me here is Jude Ezeibe, our KYC Business Solution Executive of Africa Prudential PLC, and he'll be teaching us everything we need to know about KYC. Hi, Jude.
Hi, Gift. Thank you very much for having me on your
You're
podcast.
welcome.
All right. So yes, KYC simply implies as know your customer. It's a process whereby businesses or companies know who they're dealing with, verify who they're dealing with, or understand their customer. Some people might see KYC as regulations, compliance, monitoring, anything that could come into their mind. But if I should explain what KYC implies in a layman understanding, it actually means protection and trust. So it's a process whereby you get to know who you're dealing with, understand, or let's say have everything about them verified before you go into businesses with them.
Thank you, Jude, for telling us the full meaning of KYC. So now there's this question that is really important. So what goes wrong or what can possibly happen if a customer's information is not well verified?
All right, thank you very much, Gift, for that
Yeah.
question. To
Okay.
be honest, a lot can go wrong when you don't do a proper KYC.
Yeah.
We're talking about financial loss. We're talking about identity theft. We're talking about reputational damage. We're talking about penalties from regulatory bodies. When you don't really do a proper verification on your customer, you pose a lot of threat to your own company. You can actually spend more trying to get back your reputation. You can spend even more than the capital that you used to start up that business.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important. It should be something that companies should take you very, very serious when it comes to verification of their customer, be it a customer, be it a client. Knowing who you are dealing with is a very key factor in onboarding of your customer. Thank you very much, Gift.
Oh, thank you, Jude. So now many companies actually worry that KYC will slow their process. So how can technology aid in facilitating the process of KYC?
Yeah, yes, technology has come to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And technology is taking the world to another level. And KYC is not left behind.
Great.
So technology has transformed the KYC process, has made it even more swift and quicker. With technology right now, you can verify a document.
Okay.
With technology, you can verify an address. With technology, you can now run cross-border verifications. So it has actually come to stay. At Africa Prudential PLC, we make sure that we are not left behind when it comes to
Using.
being innovative in the KYC process. And one of the things that we do is one of the categories of the KYC process is the address verification. Yes, so we do digital address verification and even the physical address verification. And we have made sure that we meet, or let's say we tailor all verifications to the demand of the company. For example, we have a company that needs address verification, and they need such verifications across Lagos, across Akwa Ibom, with a quick TAT, maybe a TAT of 24 hours or 48 hours. So we have built an in-house application that helps us to monitor and track our agents across the field. So if an agent goes to a particular location to verify a customer, we can actually see it from our end, from the back end. We see what the customer is doing. We see what the agent is doing. We can see the reports from our end. So it's a process of where how technology is taking us to another level when it comes to KYC process.
Okay, so I have this question, right? Can you give us a proper example of how proper KYC has helped businesses like banks, fintechs avoid this issue?
All right. Thank you very much, Gift, for that question. Um, KYC is the first line of defense. And if businesses or companies are able to take it serious, they can avoid problems before they even happen at all. So, fintechs, before creating an account, before creating an account, and they are able to verify that customer, they are also able to avoid the risk of identity theft. Now, in the banking sector, if they're able to verify the address of that particular customer,
Okay.
they are able to avoid anything identity theft. They are able to avoid any fraudulent activities from that customer. I can also give an instance. There's this write up I saw that was a few days ago. So a bank where they were able to employ head of operations. I remember head of operations, and then when they hired the young man, brought him into the bank, and he worked with them for about 6 months, understood how the bank works and everything. But guess what? This same head of operations brought in robbers into the bank that were able to loot a lot of money, steal a lot of money from the bank. So now this particular bank, they took the KYC procedure, they didn't take it serious. Let me put it that way. They didn't really take it serious. And this posed a serious threat to that bank. So if organizations can take KYC very, very serious, take it as a very key process, they are able to avoid problems even before they happen. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was a really, really good advice.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, there'll probably be business owners listening to this podcast. So what are the step by step like procedures one can take to verify their customers?
So the good thing about KYC is it's not just for large
Organization.
businesses or large companies, both
Mhm.
startup, both small scale businesses. It's important that they adopt the
Yeah, I
KYC.
agree.
And every company or every business out there should have a structured KYC process. There is a customer identification, there is the address verification, and finally, you should have the right company that does KYC for you. At African Prudential, we do all this. We help you identify your customer. We help you identify who you are dealing with. We go as far as even verifying the customer that is that you are dealing with. So it's not just doing the regular customer identification. We go far and beyond in making sure that you are dealing with the right customer.
Thank you so much, Jude, for coming on today's podcast. I'm sure we've learned so much about the KYC process. So for our viewers and listeners that might have questions and that might want to follow up and implement everything you've said, how would they go about it?
Okay, so you can actually connect with us or see more of our products on our website at www.africaprudential.com, or you can quickly send us a mail at businesssolution@africaprudential.com. And more information on how to reach us will be displayed on the screen. Thank you.
So you've heard it from Jude. Take your KYC process very, very important because I mean, if you're dealing with customers, you're dealing with clients, you need to understand the kind of persons you're dealing with. So it's a wrap from us at the Investors Podcast by Africa Prudential PLC. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow so you can stay updated on every topic we bring across this channel. Hope you have a great day. Bye.